part of its restoration agenda, and President Buhari is here to give his blessings to the completed projects. Government Day Secondary School Musawa, inaugurated by the President, is one of the 7 similar projects newly completed across the state. Governor Masari told the President that 37 billion naira had been expended by his administration in the rehabilitation and expansion of educational infrastructure and recruitment of teachers for primary and post-primary institutions. Also in the area, the President declared open the Musawa General Hospital. The facility is expected to cater for secondary health care services in the council area and environs. The hospital is one out of the 9 recently upgraded and equipped with the needed facilities in parts of Katsina State. The President then proceeded to Malumfashi local government area of the state. Here, the Nigerian leader inaugurated one of the road's infrastructure projects, the Makaurachi Gamzago Malamawa Developmental Artery. 2 other newly rehabilitated and asphalted roads also received presidential blessings. They include the Sandamu Paure Babamutum Road, as well as the one linking Gurujia, Karkaku and Kwasarawa communities to ease the movement of goods and services for socio-economic development. So what is the secret behind this success story?
We have managed the resources very well, and we have employed competent hands as contractors and also as workers. That really helped us in arriving at where we have arrived today. Our emphasis has been on education, really, and health, because we believe that with education we can reach the moon, can go anywhere. And a healthy society is a productive society.
And to round off his state visit to Katsina, President Muhammadu Buhari paid homage on the Emir of Daura, Umar Faruk Umar, who was emphatic that the people of his domain cannot thank him enough, and indeed Governor Amin Bello Masari for giving them better sense of belonging. The President appreciated the people of Daura for their continued show of support, understanding and cooperation since coming to power. He assured them that he will be returning home in the next 4 months to live with them after his tenure. From Daura, Katsina State, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
And away from Katsina, the Osun Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Osogbo has declared the immediate past governor of the state, Boyega Oyetola, winner of the July 16 governorship election. This is consequent upon ruling that there must be deduction of invalid votes of 10 local governments from the total lawful votes cast. Joshua Ogunjide has more.
The majority of the 3-man panel led by Justice Tetsikume has declared the July 16 governorship election that produced Senator Ademola Adeleke as governor-elect as null and void. It therefore ordered the withdrawal of the certificate of return from Ademola Adeleke, having admitted that overvoting occurred in the July 16 Osun governorship election. Therefore, the tribunal ordered a recount and deduction of invalid votes from the total lawful votes cast in 774 polling units across 10 local government areas of the state. The court admitted that there are certain inconsistencies between the numbers of total votes cast, accreditation of voters, physical inspection report presented by INEC as contained in the petition. Dismissing the objections of INEC, Ademola Adeleke and the People's Democratic Party, Justice Tetsikume for the rule that since the number of total vote cast exceeds the number of registered voters, the Electoral Act 2022 provided that the poll at such affected unit must be cancelled and nullified. In a dissenting judgment, Justice Benefit Ogbuli disagreed with the majority judgment delivered by the chairman, saying that the expert witnesses of APC and Oyetola did not satisfactorily prove their case.
In the opinion of that judge, he felt that the beavers report that the other side tendered, should supersede the one that we got and we tendered. We are dissatisfied, and the necessary legal steps for the purpose of challenging that judgment, we will embark upon it.
Nigerians, people from Osun should be calm. There are constitutional provisions on what should be done.
Earlier on, Justice Tetsukume had ruled that Adeleke's credentials as contained in Form EC9 and File D are legally binding to contest the July 16 Osun governorship poll, having added to his educational qualification in the United States. With the ruling of the tribunal, the totality of valid votes cast for Oyetola is 314,931 as against the 290,266 votes for Ademola Adeleke. In the meantime, Governor Ademola Adeleke in a press conference has rejected the verdict of the tribunal and vowed to proceed to appeal court. In Osogbo, Joshua Okuchide, NTA News.
The Executive Governor of Osun State, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has described the judgment of the Governorship Tribunal as a miscarriage of justice, vowing to challenge the ruling at the Court of Appeal. In a statement, Governor Adeleke faulted the resolution of the overvoting question in favor of Mr. Oyetola, calling it an unfair interpretation against the will of majority of voters. While urging his supporters to remain calm, Governor Adeleke vowed to appeal the judgment at the Court of Appeal, insisting he remains the rightful winner of the July 16 election. Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress says the victory of Adegboyega Oyetola at the Osun State Governorship Election Tribunal represents victory for democracy and the rule of law. National Publicity Secretary of APC, Felix Morka, in a statement described the tribunal's verdict as an affirmation of the will of the Osun electorate as expressed at the polls. The statement adds that the tribunal's findings and verdicts on the pivotal question of overvoting underscores the significance of the electoral reform and efficient technologies implemented by the current administration. Also, the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Aisha Buhari Tinubu has sent hearty congratulations to Adegboyega Oyetola on his victory at the Osun Election Petition Tribunal. In a statement signed by his major aide, Mr. Tunde Rahman, Aisha Tinubu says the victory of Oyetola is deserving, describing it as a triumph of courage and perseverance and light over the forces of darkness that sought to arrest the progressive good governance the APC administration delivered to the people of Osun State under the leadership of Oyetola. He added that the good work Oyetola championed that was momentarily paused will soon resume and Osun people will be happy again. In other news, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has assured Nigerians of a bright future with opportunities for all segments of the populace if given the mandate to govern the country. Senator Tinubu, in company of his running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima, gave the assurance when they led the Presidential Campaign Council on its tour to Benue State. Elias Etiav reports.
The presidential candidate of the APC, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima, were received at the Aperco Stadium, venue of the rally in Benue State.
We come to do something, to give you the assurance that when the rest of the world look bleak, we have happiness. We have to work hard for our destiny.
National Chairman APC, represented by the Deputy Chairman North and the Director General of the Presidential Campaign Council, Governor Simon Lalong, said the Tinubu-Shettima ticket is an embodiment of competence.
Today, we are telling the people of Benue that we will cover that mandate. Do you want us to cover that mandate? Your PVC should not be wasted. We are not looking for experimentation. Very established people with the power of transformation. Your vote counts. Let us make it as at all outings I say, Alia Ilia. That is for all of them.
There were goodwill messages from various groups of the Presidential Campaign Council in Makudi. Elias Etiav, NTA News.
And still talking politics, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has promised to create opportunities that will enable young Nigerians to excel in their chosen fields of endeavour if elected. This was at an interactive session with students of University of Abuja. Ekene Ndulwe reports.
These crop of Nigerians are looking at next month's presidential election as the main stakeholders, the generation to inherit the outcome of the decisions the nation makes today.
They've told us they will change night to morning. They've never done nothing at the end of the day. What will they do differently today?
The Abuja Leadership Center, University of Abuja, believes listening to the candidates will help them make better choices. Peter Obi enters with promises of a new Nigeria that will secure the future of the young population.
My mother Daphne has sat down and said, we can solve this, that a new Nigeria is possible. Simply, health, education, and per capita. In the 63 items, you pull your country out of difficulty.
It was an opportunity for the students to engage the candidates and get candid responses.
We analyze every area of what it has to do in terms of education, in terms of electricity, in terms of insecurity, and we must appreciate him for that.
Listening to a candidate like him, it gives me confidence to know that come 2023, after the election, Nigeria will be in safe hands.
So Peter will be coming here and speaking to us and being able to relate to us is giving us more hope.
Mr. Peter Obi is also giving assurances that his victory at the polls will be the end of economic sabotage in the country. Ekene Ndulwe, NTA News.
Similarly, wife of the PDP presidential candidate, Rukia Atiku Abubakar, says if given the mandate, the party will evolve genuine empowerment programs for Nigerians, especially women. She was speaking in Sokoto at a gathering to welcome into the fold of PDP more than 2,000 women who defected to the party. Zainab Saidu Abdul Nasser completes the story.
Women groups from across Sokoto State in support of People's Democratic Party converge on Kasara International Conference Center, Sokoto, to welcome wife of the PDP presidential candidate, Rukia Atiku Abubakar. Rukia Atiku Abubakar described Sokoto State as home of PDP and commended Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal for his people-oriented programs. She commended women in the state for their support to the PDP and assured them of dividends of democracy if Atiku Abubakar is elected as president. Wife of the PDP governorship candidate in Sokoto State, Asia Obandoma, thanks the party supporters for their sacrifice towards making PDP stronger. State Commissioner of Higher Education, Professor Aisha Buhari, presented a paper titled Women in Politics, calling on Nigerian women to continue to actively participate in politics in the interest of gender inclusion. State Commissioner of Women Affairs and Children Development, Kulu Sifawa, and PDP women leader, Kulu Raba, urged women in the state to come out en masse and vote for all PDP candidates. Sokoto, Zainab Saidu Abdul Nasser, NTA News.
You're watching the network news at 9. Time for a break. Please stay.
The skyline's a byline, you watch how we define it. Listen when we speak, you better listen, cause it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Your turn.
Front row seat to the world of entertainment. Nobody does video streaming better. Dial *777# now.
Nigeria, now we country.
At last, the elections are here. Let's turn out en masse on election day and vote Aisha Buhari Tinubu as President of Nigeria for a renewed hope and a better Nigeria. Vote APC, the party that shows a broom.
This is to inform our esteemed customers that you can deposit your old 200, 500 and 1000 naira notes at Lotus Bank free of charge on or before the CBN deadline date of January 31st, 2023. You can also withdraw the new naira notes at any Lotus Bank ATM machine close to you. Lotus Bank, your reliable partner to progress.
ونعوذ بك من فتنة المحيا والممات.
The management of Barnawa Central Mosque cordially invites the general public to its 400 million fundraising mega luncheon ceremony. Chairman of the occasion, His Eminence Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, Sultan of Sokoto, President General Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. Royal Father of the Day, His Royal Highness Ambassador Alhaji Ahmad Nuhu Bambali, the Emir of Zazzau. Special guest of honor, His Excellency Malan Nasru Erufai, Executive Governor of Kaduna State. Guest of honor, His Excellency Bala Muhammad Abdul Qadir, Executive Governor of Bauchi State. Chief Lancha Alhaji Dr. Awala Abdullahi Rano, Chairman AA Rano Group of Company. Guest Speaker, Professor Sheikh Ibrahim Ahmed Makari, Imam National Mosque. Date, Saturday 28 January 2023. Venue 1 Ralda Stroke My Addua Road, Barnawa. Time 10 a.m. Royal host, His Royal Highness Alhaji Shehu Tijani, Chairman Zazzau, Hakimin Guduma Makera. Announcer, Management.
His Excellency, the Governor of Sokoto State, Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, CFR, Matawalin Sokoto, the Chairman, People's Democratic Party, PDP Campaign Council, Sokoto State, His Excellency, Alhaji Dr. Atahir Wafarawa, Garkuwan Sokoto, the Chairman, PDP Sokoto State, Comrade Bello Aliugore, the Director General, PDP Campaign Management Committee, Alhaji Yusuf Suleiman, and Amr of Sokoto, on behalf of all the candidates of the PDP for the 2023 general election and members of our great party, cordially invite friends, well-wishers of the PDP and all supporters of the PDP to the fundraising dinner of the PDP in Sokoto State, which will be held as follows. Date, Monday, 30th of January 2023. Time, 8 p.m. Venue, International Conference Center, Katsina. Let's invest in the PDP Great Vigilant for Nigeria. Chairman, PDP Sokoto State, Comrade Bello Aliugore, announcer.
The Mission for Education, Social and Health, MESH, a non-governmental organization of the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, is urging all Muslim Ummah to take advantage of the 8-day extension of the collection of Permanent Voters Card, PVC, by the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, to collect their cards at their wards and local government councils nationwide. The mission is also calling on all Muslim Ummah to ensure they fully participate in the elections, as it is their right to vote and be voted for. Know that your full participation will immensely contribute to the success of electing patriotic leaders that will pilot the affairs of our great nation, Nigeria. Get your PVC, vote wisely, and ensure a peaceful general elections. This message is from the Mission for Education, Social and Health, MESH.
Welcome back. And looking at developments in Abia State following the death of the state PDP governorship candidate for the March 11th, 2023 election, INEC says the party should within 14 days conduct a fresh primary. INEC National Commissioner for Information, Festus Okoye, in an interview, notes that the Commission's position is explicit in Section 33 of the Electoral Act 2022 as amended.
Period for substitution of candidates, the period for withdrawal of candidates has elapsed. But death is completely different. The same Section 33 of the Electoral Act provides that when a candidate dies, within a period that it is still possible to conduct fresh primaries, that the political party whose candidate died shall inform the Independent National Electoral Commission of the fact of death and also provide evidence of death. And the moment they do that, they will also provide a timeline within a period of 14 days within which they will conduct fresh primaries to nominate a new candidate or a fresh candidate to become his governorship candidate. But if the candidate dies when election has already commenced, the deputy governorship candidate shall continue with the election as the governorship candidate and nominate a deputy to run with him. And so the law is very, very clear.
And still with INEC, it's 4 weeks to the general elections, and INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu is meeting resident electoral commissioners to finalize preparations and to get update on the collection of PVCs. Also, to ensure hitch-free exercise, mock accreditation is to be conducted nationwide.
That movement of materials for the election to various locations nationwide is being concluded. The training of officials will commence shortly. Ongoing consultations with stakeholders will be intensified. Airlifting and delivery of sensitive materials to states of the Federation has gone far. Accreditation of national and international observers and the media is being finalized. Critical service providers in the area of transportation have reassured us of their commitment to efficient logistics for the movement of materials and personnel to various locations, while the security agencies have reaffirmed their readiness for the election. The Commission is encouraged by the determination of registered voters nationwide to collect their PVCs, and the Commission will not hesitate to consider additional measures to ensure that all citizens have ample opportunity to collect their PVCs ahead of the general election. The next step is to conduct field tests across the country involving actual voters. For this reason, and in readiness for the nationwide deployment, the Commission is conducting a mock accreditation of voters similar to what was done ahead of the Ekiti and Osun governorship elections. The mock accreditation will hold on Saturday, 4th February 2023 in 436 polling units nationwide.
And away from electoral matters now, the Nigerian Rail Corporation has assured of prompt action to put the damaged train tracks in shape following the derailment of a Kaduna-Abuja train near the Kubwa train station. Chairman NRC Board gave the assurance to NTA crew during an on-the-spot assessment of the accident. Aisha Buhari reports.
This unfortunate incident is the second in 1 week. The first was along the Itakpe-Warri train station. However, the corporation says the fortunate thing is that the incident happened within the parameters of the Kubwa train station, as efforts will be made to tighten access to the rail areas. For now, the number of the passengers who boarded the train is yet to be ascertained, even though no casualty was recorded.
And because the lines are affected, the rails have gone off. A lot of these concrete sleepers have gotten damaged. A lot of the clips we have for the rails have been broken, and a lot of displacement. Even the rail has been displaced on the 3 lines. So our team are getting prepared. I don't know what's taking them so long. They're supposed to come from Idu with the rail bus. I think they're getting the equipment together. I can see it's now getting dark. So probably there isn't much we can do now, even if they come with the equipment until early morning tomorrow.
For the Nigerian Railway Corporation, this incident will be investigated thoroughly to get to the root cause of the derailment.
We are precisely at the spot where the train derailed this afternoon at Kubwa station. The incident affected 3 rail lines, and until this particular train is moved, there will be no movement of any train on this train line. From Kubwa train station, Aisha Buhari, NTA News.
And now looking at the economy, residents of Gedam in the eastern part of Yobe State now heave a sigh of relief following swift response of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, by extending its direct cash swap initiative to the area. Mustafa Yusuf reports that prior to the Apex Bank's intervention, a large number of residents were thrown into confusion over the limited access to the new Naira notes.
The clock is ticking non-stop towards the 31st January deadline set by the Central Bank of Nigeria to phase out the circulation of the affected banknotes in the country. The residents of Gaidam in Yobe State are among the communities whose hues and cries were even louder as the only commercial bank in the area was destroyed 12 years ago by insurgents, coupled with non-availability of the redesigned currencies. Their earlier appeal to authorities concerned to intervene came at a time when the Apex Bank dispatches its officials to assist the residents in exchanging their old notes with the new banknotes, a move that has since impacted positively on the economic activities in the eastern corridor of Yobe State.
We are in Gaidam in continuation of the sensitization and awareness on the redesigned currency notes, and also to conduct the currency cash swap program of the bank. The deadline is too closer because we cannot even reach the villagers because of this swap program. We appreciate this program. The time limit is very small.
The visiting Central Bank of Nigeria team used the platform to further create awareness on the demonetization of the old notes. From Gaidam in Yobe State, Mustafa Yusuf Musa, NTA News.
Meanwhile, with less than 96 hours to the deadline given by the Central Bank of Nigeria for old notes to cease from being used as legal tender, some states are still facing the challenges of access to the new Naira notes. Gufan Shaji Ugwai compiled updates from some states across the country.
From Akwa Ibom, Clement Barikui reports that residents in the rural communities are raising alarm over the rejection of the old Naira notes by some commercial banks in their areas.
I went to the bank to deposit some money I had with me. When I get there, the person in charge of that bank told me that they have stopped collecting the old note.
In Sokoto, economic activities have also been affected in rural communities, as reported by Zainab Saidu Abdul Nasir. And from Cross River State, Paul Abel reports that the Central Bank of Nigeria has expressed dismay over the attitude of some commercial banks that hoard the redesigned Naira notes in rural areas.
Is anyone that's paying? So how much have you get? I do 5,000.
After some time, you stop paying, meaning that the money was not enough to carry the population of Yaka.
In Anambra, residents call for the extension of old notes submission deadline.
This one they are saying 31st is not favorable for us. They should extend it at least the end of February.
If they said they are not going to extend it, what do we do? It's a very difficult something.
In Kabakogi State, Jonathan Omajili reports that businesses and residents are in a race to beat the January 31 deadline.
I'm just from the bank now, and they told me they cannot even get one single new notes for me, just to get something that will keep me for my upkeep for some few days now.
With each passing day, they say the reality of incurring losses looms as some residents and business owners complain of the non-circulation of the newly redesigned Naira notes. In Abuja, Gufan Shaji Ugwai, NTA News.
In other news, the 9th Power Forward, an initiative of ExxonMobil in partnership with NBA Africa and Pan Africa, which uses basketball as a tool to sensitize school-aged children on the scourge of malaria, saw Government Secondary School Karo emerge champion of the basketball competition in both the boys and girls categories. Oche Ngwede reports.
Government Secondary School Cairo were the champions of the boys and girls basketball competition of the 9th Power Forward ExxonMobil Finals held at the indoor hall of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. The event, which saw students drawn from over 40 schools, made up of 42 teams competing, saw Government Secondary School Cairo in the girls final beat Roberto Schools. The boys also doing same
in the boys final beat Government Secondary School Gariki 21-13 to be crowned champions.
Right from the beginning it was difficult, but by the grace of God we scaled through and with the help of our coach.
I'm so very, very happy and excited because hard work pays and consistency.
As part of activities for the partner ExxonMobil to celebrate 20 years of malaria initiative in Nigeria and 9 years support of malaria in schools, free malaria testings were conducted with schools also competing in the public health double jeopardy contest. High point of the day was the distribution of over 1,500 bed nets to students and guests with deserving schools also going home with cash rewards and trophies.
Since 2000, these ExxonMobil supported programs have distributed more than 15 million bed nets, 4.2 million rapid diagnostic kits, and 5.6 million doses of anti-malaria treatments. We've trained nearly 900,000 health workers, reaching more than 175 million people worldwide.
Any participant in any of our programs engages with our junior MBA curriculum has the opportunity to acquire those life skills through the program. So that means that whether you become a basketball player or not, you've acquired skills that will enable you to become a productive member of society.
They have also been trained in life skills and other social skills to make them good leaders and good citizens of Nigeria.
Abuja, Oche Ngberi, NTA News.
Naira State Governor Abdullahi Sule has described the loss of his 36-year-old son Hassan as a test from God. Hassan died on Thursday night after a brief illness. He was laid to rest on Friday in Akwanga local government area of the state. President Muhammadu Buhari offers his condolences to Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State and his family on the passing of his son Hassan Sule at age 36. President Buhari also extends his prayers to the government and people of the state following the recent tragedy involving headsmen. The president prays for the souls of all the deceased to rest in peace. Similarly, President Muhammadu Buhari mourns the demise of Yusuf Diko, a former member of the House of Representatives from Batagarawa, Rimi and Charanchi constituency in Katsina State. He also condoles in particular with Diko dynasty in Katsina and Ajiya Katsina, Lamis Ibrahim Diko, on the irreparable loss of an important pillar of their family. Also, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, was among the early callers as the remains of Hassan Abdullahi Sule, son of Nasarawa State Governor, was laid to rest in Akwanga local government area of the state. Aliyu Tijani reports that the solemn moment drew many notable sympathizers.
A moment of grief as the body of late Hassan Abdullahi Sule is laid to rest. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo describes the death of Hassan Abdullahi Sule as a great loss, but encourages Governor Abdullahi Sule and the entire family to be strong.
We pray that the Almighty God will comfort him and members of the family. And we pray that God who gives and takes will have mercy on him, and will have mercy on the family, and have mercy on all of us.
Also in Gudi for condolence are Governor Babagana Umara Zulum of Borno State, Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State, APC National Chairman Senator Abdullahi Adamu, and Senator Umaru Tanko Almakura, among others. Aliyu Tijani, NTA News.
Now time to go to Lagos. Adiola is there. Adiola, it's over to you.
Thank you, Inyara. And having enjoyed a lot of leverage from its existing collaborations with international and domestic partners, the Nigerian Navy says it will improve on the success story by taking advantage of new synergy with willing partners towards further realization of its mandates. Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Zubair Gambo, stated this while flagging off the 2023 exercise of Bangame Express in Lagos. Adeniyi Taiwo reports.
In the vast and open world of the navies, synergy is critical to survival
and realization of mandates, more so when it involves the protection of areas of shared interest such as the Gulf of Guinea. One of such areas of collaboration is the establishment of a maritime security platform, Exercise Obangami Express, created by the United States 6th Fleet Command under the Yaoundé Code of Conduct to further secure the international waters. With that flag-off ceremony by the Chief of the Naval Staff, the 13th edition of the exercise is now underway and will last about 7 days at sea, with about 32 countries from 4 continents participating in search and rescue, medical casualty response, and joint patrols. The exercise, according to the Chief of the Naval Staff, is not just a testament to the growing stature of the Nigerian Navy, but also a prelude to the establishment of a joint task force by Gulf of Guinea navies.
Accordingly, Obangame Express 2023 presents another opportunity for the Nigerian Navy to work together with regional and friendly foreign navies in the spirit of Yaoundé Accord.
President Muhammadu Buhari also attaches great importance to securing the Gulf of Guinea and making it a zone to promote trade.
Having nurtured the platform to maturity from 9 member countries to the current number of 32, the United States Africa Command, sponsor of the platform, is happy and eager to join Africa in evolving homegrown solutions to global challenges, including sea piracy, illegal fishing, and human trafficking.
There are transnational threats, climate change, piracy, counter-narcotics, and I'm so proud to stand with my Nigerian partners to work on those issues.
Only African nations can solve African problems, and the United States Navy and United States Coast Guard are glad for the opportunity to partner with these nations.
Since it was acquired and inducted into the Nigerian Naval Fleet in May 2022, NNSCADA has been deployed on several critical missions with record of success. Now the man of war is set for another mission, as it is one of the 9 ships and 2 helicopters that will be conducting sea drills for the 2023 Obangami Express. In Lagos, Adini Itaiwo, NTA News.
The ongoing ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme and the African Continental Free Trade Area are regional initiatives which Nigeria stands better chance to explore, project and strengthen its domestic market once agencies at the nation's border work tirelessly to enhance trade facilitation. The new customs controller at the Sema Area Command, Comptroller Dera Nandi, made the remark while pledging his readiness to improve the intensity of trade at the corridor. Michael Olaleye reports.
Seme is Nigeria's gateway to other West African countries and beyond. And as a vital trade corridor, the process of trade facilitation, implementation of regional cooperation and treaties starts here. While the customs around this axis seeks to implement these without compromising national security, the new controller wants its officers and men, sister agencies and border communities to comply with extant laws guiding trade, as this is crucial to economic growth.
Our responsibilities, not just to Nigeria, but to the entire West Africa, is of utmost importance. And that is why we count on all of you to support our case, to see that one of the central themes of our operation here, which the ETLS, is optimized.
Beyond keeping vigil against unlawful importation, the controller promised to deploy his experience from previous assignments to enhance border administration, hoping other stakeholders will complement.
Traders here are also peaceful. We're also going to encourage them. Those of them that get involved in voluntary compliance, will encourage them more. But those that are obstinate, who will never want to change, we are going to deal with them decisively.
The partnership with host communities has helped in recent times in foiling several smuggling operations, and this the Customs Area Command at Seme pledged to improve upon through engagement and social responsibility. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NTA News.
And those are the stories from Lagos. Do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on the screen for updates. The network news will continue after this break with INEC in Abuja. To stay.
I reach where I dey vote I broom and go put my hand for Tinubu. On election day, I go take my PVC. When I reach where I dey vote I broom and go put my hand for Tinubu.
People of Nigeria, make we all come out on election day and vote Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as president. Make Nigeria for better. Make you put your hand for APC. The party wey show broom. No forget na broom you go put your hand in. Bam!
On election day, I go take my PVC. When I reach where I dey vote I go put my hand for Tinubu.
The management and entire staff of the Industrial Training Fund ITF congratulate our amiable Director General and the Chief Executive, Sir Joseph N. Ari, KSM, KSS, on the Public Service Person of the Year Award by the leadership newspapers. The award is truly deserved considering your hard work, dedication and passion for excellence that have transformed the fund into a leading human capacity development organization of global repute. As a transformational leader, we are assured that this award, as several others you have bagged, will spur you into greater levels of achievement. Congratulations, sir. Announcer Suleo Fred Chago, Director, Public Affairs Department.
Good morning. Good morning. Why is your sun shining like this? Can't you see that Harmattan season is here? We need to protect our children from this dry weather. What about the invisible germs? Invisible germs? During Harmattan, it's not enough to only protect your skin. You also need protection from these invisible germs. To protect our families, we use Dettol.
Harmattan season brings a lot of germs, but Dettol with germ defense gives protection from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol sure.
Hey, Chidi!
See your son again. You don't listen every day.
My people, my name is Emeka. Mekus Kamat. Let me get all this motor. I don't learn my lesson. Somebody come buy motor for my hand, carry big money, come give me. Now when we get bust, then my eye open. I don't know that 419 be. Now when EFCC babam, now they come bab me too. Now he make me the warn you. All of them when they do business like me, where they carry big money. When I go sometimes I go carry transfer, carry bring back. Look when I shine in my eye because the special control unit against money laundering, what they call SCUMO, they don't want to say if the money pass 5 million naira for individual, no collect them. If it pass 10 million naira for company, no collect them. Can I go where? Bank. If you don't do them like that, 250,000 naira for every day where this offense happen. Or they go suspend your license, or they go shut them down for your hand. No talk say I no want you.
This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
Welcome back. The nation's seat of government, the State House, is taking the lead in keying into the global shift towards renewable energy choices by government institutions in line with Nigeria's energy transition plan. The energy transition plan seeks to tackle the dual crisis of energy poverty and climate change with renewable energy, contributing at least 30% to the energy mix by the year 2030. State House correspondent Didi Onifade brings us details.
We are building up our
carbon footprint.
The concern of the State House top management is to work out the best way out of the growing power challenges in the nation's seat of government. These include the high cost of power generation, as well as what the Permanent Secretary, Tijani Umar, describes as the unsustainable carbon footprint on the environment. Chief of Staff for the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, reiterates this concern when this three-man team from E1 Energy Solutions paid him a visit.
Clearly, this is these potentials are what we want to realize. State House cannot afford. The first family is here. All of us are here to staff with the president, and we cannot afford two things. We cannot afford the blackouts and also the increasing costs of diesel. Again, we have to lead by example. We're leading by example.
The Chief of Staff emphasizes this to the team that what is needed is the energy solution that comes with environmental sustainability.
The State House, being a very important building in Nigeria, could be the role model for all public building for the energy transition. And globally, the climate change is a major focus, and we feel it's an exciting time, especially with the energy transition plan.
And what they presented was an option of renewable energy, which is the target, worldwide right now, for very obvious reasons.
It is expected that more government institutions and individuals will key into the nation's energy transition plan to tackle the dual crisis of energy poverty and climate change issues. In the State House, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
Now looking at health, in continuation of the Future Assured Cardiac Mission in Nigeria, Aisha Buhari Foundation, in collaboration with private medical centers, have engaged in the cardiology outreach in the country with the aim of providing free heart surgery to the affected patients towards bringing lasting solution to their critical health challenges. State House correspondent Aliyu Kabir reports.
With the successful surgeries of various heart diseases embarked by the Future Assured program in collaboration with the Italian surgeons, the foundation has extended the gesture through partnership with some of the Abuja-based private medical centers. This phase, it was the adults that benefited from the exercise. The program, funded by the Aisha Buhari Foundation, aimed at bringing succor to Nigerians towards improving the health of the nation.
We had a total of 22 interventions done. We had 10 open heart surgeries done. We also had about 13 interventional cardiology cases done. And we thank God that everybody is alive and well. We thank God for the First Lady for her committing her resources to ensure this will be a success.
13 patients have benefited from the exercise. 10 of them were treated at Cedar Crest Hospital, while 3 at the Cardiocare Multispeciality Hospital. The surgeries carried out by the Nigerian-based team were all successful.
We can do a lot here in Nigeria. We can do a lot for our people. We can do a lot with our people, and with local experience and local expertise and local equipment that is here available in Nigeria. We did quite a number of cases over the last week.
I must actually thank Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who sponsored this program and who was able to bring smiles to the face of these Nigerians.
Some of the beneficiaries have expressed their happiness. The First Lady reaffirmed her commitment to continue to support the health and the general well-being of women, youth and children. In Abuja, Aliyu Kabir, NTA News.
All right, let's have business now. Musa Babakar is here.
Thank you, Informed inside the World Economic Forum in Davos says investors as early backers of technology will great influence over technologies more likely to see the light of the day, and there's an opportunity for them to ensure the benefits of artificial intelligence are maximized and risk mitigated.
investors like you, I'm sure we will make a difference. And my friend Philip also at KKR, he's done a lot promoting women in private equity investors. So thank you. Investment opportunities. I am still, with what you said, we should be afraid, we need to make...
And I want to give Jim an enormous amount of credit, right? I mean, as you were talking about this, one of the things I was thinking about is nonprofits can't necessarily see around that corner. That's not the role that we do. We see around different corners, perhaps. And so we rely on investors to see around that corner and to think about that. At some level, they are the first line of defense around making good decisions around how these companies get constructed from the very beginning.
And now to stocks. Nigerian equities ended the last trading day for the week in negative territory. At the end of the day's trading, the all-share index depreciated by 0.18% at 52,657.88 from 52,752.96 in the previous session, with market capitalization also dropping to 28.68 trillion naira. A total of 171.1 million shares valued at 2.34 billion naira were traded in 3,599 deals. Fidelity Bank, Chams, and FBN Holdings are the most traded stocks at the end of the trade. Well, that was a quick look at business news. And here is back to you.
Let's have a break. Please stay.
In Nigeria, all we are clamoring for, all we are agitating, we can achieve it. We can achieve all of it through water. Lala. I man no need no bloodshed in this nation. Nobody should come and then scatter his country, because there is no need. If you want to talk, don't make any incisive remark. As far as our armed forces are concerned, they are the ones who take the drinks to go and stand in the war front, and then they receive the bullet for you. They die so that you can live in peace. Respect me. It is not easy to die. Have you died before? Protect this country, because we do not have any other country apart from Nigeria. This Nigeria is our own. Let us fight and protect it. Next.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I have been using it for years.
Madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes.
To disinfect your toilet, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic sticker formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning.
Wow! Now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
The next house is yours.
Mommy, it is time for us to leave this place.
One of your earrings is missing.
We'll find it.
I'm not willing to take that chance.
Have a big plan.
What do you want?
I want a senior position at the bank. If anything happens to me, go through the content of this envelope and check every single thing. It's done. No one will ever find out the truth.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Why is your sun shining like this? Can't you see that Harmattan season is here? We need to protect our children from this dry weather.
What about the invisible germs?
Invisible germs?
During Harmattan, it's not enough to only protect your skin. You also need protection from these invisible germs. To protect our families, we use Dettol.
Harmattan season brings a lot of germs, but Dettol with Germ Defense gives protection from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol sure.
A body has been found. Possibly a child.
I think I have something.
Are you thinking it's another ritual murder?
Stop!
Oh, that's the car we saw this morning.
So what do we know about these so-called senior cult members?
It appears their real strength lies in the members now in government, judiciary, business, and the police.
Now, this is getting interesting.
Core Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps, DAW, has expressed concern about increasing number of road crashes involving 18-seater buses across the country. The Corps Marshal, while briefing the media, said such buses are only meant for interstate movement, so its use for interstate travels must be discouraged. Oyeyemi Ajayi brings us details.
The month of January 2023 for the Federal Safety Corps is said to have started on the note of concern. This is due to the increase in road crashes in parts of the country, with casualty figures that cannot be ignored. For the FRSC Corps Marshal, major causes include overspeeding, driving under influence of alcohol, incessant night travels, amongst others, as well as the use of vehicles not designed for long travels.
We are talking about this night journey. If people can just be patient and then do these journeys in the daytime. And then, as we said also, these 18-seater buses are not actually designed for interstate travels. They are not designed. They are designed for short distance travels. So we want to encourage people, the rail that is available, people should exploit it.
As a way of stemming the tide of road crashes in the country, CORE is constituting a think tank to map out strategic initiatives to upgrade enlightenment campaigns in motor parks across the country. The CORE also discouraged night driving, which remains the major cause of road crashes in the country. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
And that report concludes NTA Network News tonight. Many thanks for watching. Please remember that the fight against rape and rapists is still on. Do the needful. I'm Ian Ray John. Have a good night.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Nigerians, elections are here again. Let us shun violence. Let us play the game according to the rules. Do not be a thug. Say no to violence. Let's rise and defeat violence, crime, and sabotage against the peace of our nation. Nigeria is the only country we have. We must do everything to keep it united. We must avoid any act that promotes hate and disintegration. Say no to separatist movement, terrorism, fake news, hate speech, religious bigotry, and any act that tends